Hi, I'm John McNeil. Welcome to Helping Other People Evolve. I want to talk about unconditional love. Shout out to you, Cousin Flo. Unconditional love. What is it? Well, I have some references before I get fully into the video. And I like definitions and references so it gives clarity to what we're going to talk about. Okay, so unconditional love. Unconditional love, simply put, is love without strings attached. It is love you offer freely. Do you offer love freely, or do you offer love conditionally? And I'm not just talking about love with the wife or the husband or the significant other. I'm talking about love. Maybe it's to your children, your family members. But do you love with conditions? Because unconditional love comes with criteria, or shall I say expectations, to be treated, fairly, decent, respectable, or being respected with some kindness or maybe some trust. Or unconditional love will make me have to be one who provides safety, security, protection, because that's a basis of unconditional love. I want to talk about this unconditional love because I wanted some people who watch this video or hear this video will be able to take a look at revising to improve, because if your expectations aren't met from the individuals that you're providing the unconditional love, you could harm yourself. You could set yourself up to being abused, verbally, mentally, physically, or loss of respect, because in the name of love, you fail to realize the difference of unconditional love and, with no strings attached. Because if I revise my boundaries because I don't want someone to hurt me, of course, the person receiving the effect from me revising my boundaries is going to judge it and tell me or believe that I don't love them. There are times that you may have to cut someone off because they're still not showing you the respect you need. But if they're connected to you with the unconditional love, you still can love them. You're just not setting yourself up to endure the stuff that they can give you, because you have a decent amount of love for yourself. Unconditional love does not warrant anyone to be able to stand into distress or being dogged out or mistreated. It stands for you to love them. We all know what it's like when a loved one passes away, even if they weren't making good decisions, but at the same time, that's your evidence of how your love didn't disappear. It still was there. You just didn't appreciate, or you may not appreciate, or maybe you're the one who's perpetrating the disrespect, the lack of trust, or all those abusive and mental and verbal, hurt that you're placing on these individuals. It's not wrong to have expectations on individuals. The wrong comes when they become unrealistic. It's not unrealistic for me to want any of my children to love me or respect me, and that's reality. I listen, I tell them, and I shared this a million times. If you don't like your parent, then you probably want to talk to God, because he put the prescription and he's the one who ordered it. But at the same time, I still love them, and I would believe that they love me. It's just I'm not going to stand up and tolerate what they're choosing that may be what they like, but it's wrong because of how it affects me. So therefore, I'm going to revise my boundaries. Boundaries aren't the factor that I don't love unconditionally. It's the fact that I do, and I don't want to be anybody's punching bag. You get what I'm saying? Are you someone punching bag? In the name of unconditional love, revise it. I get it. There are family members who have cut me off because early on in my life, and maybe even recently, because there are things that I probably have said or things that I have done intentionally or unintentionally, and their ability or their responsibility, is that they probably just don't want to deal with me. And guess what? I have to gain acceptance in that. But at the same time, am I trying to repair any of the harm that I may have caused? Because first of all, most people want to be in denial or justifying their wrongs, and that keeps the harm going. If you are listening and you are aware that you have done wrong to someone who loves you unconditionally, do your best to repair it. If you're dealing with substance abuse, stop getting high. If you're being verbally abusive, stop verbally abusing. If you're being physically abusive, stop beating on them. Stop hitting on them. Repair it, change it, seek some help, get some counseling, get some classes that helps you actually find better solutions to dealing with this. But at the same time, the individual who is providing the unconditional love no longer has to be your punching bag, so they can back up off of you. They have that right. And I suggest that they do that in a manner of not allowing themselves to be swallowed up. And then depression kicks in, and some people even get suicide, and some people even fight fire with fire, and they're out of their character because they're still not recognizing you have no control over another individual. And that's why I talked about acceptance. I want you to know, relationships, again, across the board is what I'm speaking on, not just in the manner of your children or your significant other. I want you to be able to take a piece of this information and try to do something different with your life. Unconditional love should not be taken advantage of. No one deserves that, not even you. I hope I said something that helps you get better in this process, and there should be a part 2 to this, but again, thank you for tuning in. My name is John McNeil. Helping other people evolve is what I do.